All right. We live?
Nope.
Should be. Now you got me wondering. Who it was?
No, I just see upcoming.
Can't be close. Chris is the only one. He's gone. Nice. Okay.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Teresa.
Here.
Rick.
Here.
Bill.
Here.
Paul.
Here.
Sounds good. Department head briefing. Fire department's been busy today.
Yeah, they were gonna come. Jack was gonna try to come too. But...
Yeah, they've had a lot of calls this morning. Well, several, and some station coverage. So,
Fire?
there was a fire in Milton, so they requested for station coverage, and there's
A couple of medicals first thing this morning too.
yeah, some possibly past medical. So, hope everybody's all right. Cool. Do you know anything that Zach wanted to say, Rick?
Not too much right now, but I'd like to say they did a real good job.
On
This
storm?
last one.
I agree with you.
He had one spot that a truck broke down, and it was just a little alley, and he went the next day and cleaned it all up. But
Yeah, our roads.
him and the crew did a phenomenal job. To me, I think they did.
I agree. TM Wentworth and Champion
Yeah.
are usually a mess, and they were just like Milton. It was great. So, yeah, very good job on our end of the town. All right, budgeting. I left my paperwork in the car.
Did you start reading this from the school?
I haven't gone through all of that.
I started reading it.
Paul, did you happen to get a chance to what we brought in last year? Did you ask Leslie what our profit was last year? I don't want to say the word profit, but
Revenue?
What revenue?
Yeah, I do have.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What we added to the budget. Oh, we added to the savings.
Yeah, right. See what we were at. Chuck was supposed to be.
Yeah, well, I kind of told him I take it over because you asked me.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
fine.
savings.
Yeah, I just wanted that number.
Yeah. No, I have it for you.
You know how to unlock the front door?
No, I do not.
Gotta use your pod.
No, I got in, but it's
To permanently unlock it, I think only Lynn has authorization to do that.
that's a problem.
Yeah, it is.
The fire's here.
Probably like a turn key or something.
No, she does it on her computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't have an extra packet, do you? For the budget stuff?
We didn't do any packet. Oh, do you mean like
No, I
this?
don't have an extra one.
Yeah, these were last week. Yeah, I don't really, you can use mine.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the questions I got.
Can I make a request that we do everything else and do the budget at the very last?
Sure, why not?
And that way, it just makes the minutes go better.
Yeah, whatever you want. I gotta let him in. Bill said you're not that tough. I'm gonna just make a quick call and then see how to do that.
You can go ahead and start the.
Okay.
And you'll need a quick second. Sure.
No.
Time's up.
Time's up. That second is over.
Unless they want to do overnight.
I just lost that brand new file and you just keep. I put it somewhere safe.
So it's, doesn't work properly. So if it's not town hours, but she's trying to do it from her computer now. So
How do we,
she's waiting to get it fixed because it's not normal hours. It's not working right, but they're supposed to fix it.
how do we relock it afterwards?
It locks automatically. Oh, if she opens it, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll have to ask her. That's a good question. That's a good one to have the answer to.
Yeah, I just want to find out at 3 that, or
Right.
1, whatever. Yeah, it's strange.
I found it.
Feels like February, doesn't it? So damn cold out. Usually it's not this cold. I don't like it. I'm just getting old, Rick. Is that what happens?
Yeah, that's what it is. I was pumping yesterday. 2 degrees.
I was doing cards at 2 degrees too, but it was inside.
When I was going to bed, it was like 1 degree, and I woke up this morning, it was 15, 16, something like that. So I like the way it's going.
Yeah.
When we're gonna start implementing the stickers. I thought we were gonna have a date that it was gonna be done by, everybody had to have their stickers on their cars.
Well, yeah, that's coming up, but if their registration is, I think it was August we started the stickers? Or,
Just gotta make sure that they get out there, when the registrations come in, because he's gonna start implementing.
yeah, well, if their car is registered in like November and they don't have a current sticker, it's no good. So it's going off the car registration now.
That's what I'm saying. That's
So
what-
pretty soon, once it's the full year of
Yeah.
registrations, it will be, they won't have to look at the registration on the car. If they don't have that sticker in the window, then,
You're not
They
gonna
won't.
be able to transfer it.
right.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Now, there'll be exceptions for people that are borrowing vehicles and whatnot, but he's creating a log
Yeah.
of vehicles to see if it's a common thing.
Right, just wanna make sure that all the transfer stickers, when they register, they get put out. Because
Oh, they have been, yeah.
He's gonna start handing it on.
Yep.
Because if I'm looking at the tonnage.
Yep. Busy morning, chief?
I'm sorry?
Busy morning?
A little bit. I mean, we were out multiple times last night, and then we just got called to Milton. Milton has a structure fire. So we've got an engine with 4 people over in Milton currently. But it was nice to see that mutual aid call. So where we have not in a while been called mutual aid very much. But it was nice. So it was nice to get the call. I mean, especially like Milton. I mean, it's right. It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so getting the mutual aid call was a good thing. And like I said, we've got engine 5 over there right now. We were supposed to have a parade today, but that is the Berwick parade. But we will not be attending that because the engine is off in Milton. So that was supposed to start at 12:30, or I shouldn't say that. We were supposed to arrive at 12:30 for the lineup, but that's just not going to happen. So I would highly doubt that would happen. But the truck was all shiny and clean when I got ready for the parade. So it probably didn't arrive in Milton all shiny and clean, but we'll see. We'll see how that went.
Oh, the roads are pretty clear.
I think he's gonna need that.
Yeah, not here. They're not, but it's pretty slippery. Oh, sure, that'll make it way easier. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I got this all together real quick.
What's
This will
that?
definitely make it easier.
Payroll service?
Constant codes.
She breaks it down by everybody.
Oh, got it.
We pay one fee, but then she breaks it down.
Down into everything.
Each department.
So I did email everybody, since we didn't have the selectmen's meeting on Tuesday. I did send out just a recap of the week to the board.
Yeah.
So nothing too
I was thinking that makes
majorly
sense.
notable.
Unless they put some of the insurance back in general government again, but I thought that was already fixed.
Check it out. I don't know how to use the phone. No, good question.
Okay, well then how can this payroll be off if she's salaries out by department? That doesn't make sense either.
I used this copier because
I'll just
Right.
squeeze on one of the pages.
It doesn't, because, or I don't know.
Why,
Because it should be 44.7.
what is so high?
Yeah. Wait, who does the codes?
Rick, do you want me to run out and make a couple copies?
We do?
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, so God does his own
Can you
budget?
make one for me too?
Or does Linda?
Lynn's responsible for it, she has to make it.
Got it.
The time sheet, today's time and a half.
Just on the door.
It's time and a half. Did you say that?
Yeah, that is.
Saturday.
Yeah. 1.5 times nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
When's the Christmas party?
17. Oh, I just put the wrong.
Who'd you get?
Can't tell you. He's gonna like his gift though.
Oh, the heat.
Maybe.
I signed your time in because I put in mine and yours. Sorry.
Jeez, you're scaring me.
Oh, it's a lot of info, so.
Thank you.
Ignore the chicken scratches unless you want to eat
Chuck is a.
A lot of info we
them.
gotta
That
get
info's
right.
on the back.
Even more importantly, we gotta get it right. Okay.
So how much was that bill for the guy that did the traps? Is it in that one?
It's in there. Yeah. It's about
So-
5,000, 8,000.
Wait, so then why are we already over on our outside services?
That's what you get- that's what you get charged to.
I got 2 more to staple
But it's
and
been
I'm all
off for a
good. I'll
few
start
weeks.
passing them out.
That bill's been off for a few weeks. So what else did we bill? That was so much. You said if that bill's in here right now, that means it hasn't gone to this, right?
Correct.
So what else did we do? Because I get the building is because of the fence. But what's this one?
Well, the only way is it sends a code to her email to enter.
Two,
She said she's turning around coming here soon, but I told her she needed to come in. We can just let people in.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier. Until we get it squared away.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. Not to drop everything. 1, 3. There's that one. This one. So one of these, the info on the SCBA is nothing's changed. That's, you've already received that, but I just wanted to make sure that I presented it again today, so that we could have a quick conversation on it. Just as an awareness factor for the board.
Thank you.
There you are. And so I guess where I will start is I'll give a quick weekly update.
Did you get two of the same?
So with the station, yesterday morning, the pipes froze and we lost water in the building.
Whereabouts? In?
They froze in the equipment room.
Can I get one of those? Not that one, the middle one that you just gave me.
Oh, yep. Sorry, did I give you 2 of the same?
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
There you go. So the pipes
Oh,
froze.
did you get one of these?
They are,
Oh, can I get one more of these?
Yeah.
Can I get one more of these?
oh yeah, of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So the equipment room is right off of where the well pump and every, you know, the water treatment, unit is and all that kind of stuff. So it's right off the, apparatus bay, and it is nestled between the apparatus bay, that front office, in that EMS room that we use. But what happened is that has that drop ceiling in it, and that drop ceiling, I don't believe, is insulated. So there's a cold space up above, and I think the air is just dropping down in. The station heat was turned up. A fan was placed to blow some of the heat into the room. The pipes are all thawed out now. We have water. Everything's working okay. Looking at it, I think the long-term solution is probably putting small section of heat in that room. But in the larger of the two closet rooms have been created, because that ceiling's been removed, we can actually cut a access panel in that wall right there. And then I think that the best thing is that we cut that access panel, purchase some insulation, and we just roll some insulation out as well to help prevent it from happening again. But then if we could, put some type of a small heating unit in that room, electric heat or whatever it is, just enough to keep a little bit of heat in there, then hopefully we don't run into that same issue again. So, but at this point, all the water's operational. We're not having any issues. So, but that did happen yesterday morning. So that was one notable thing. Outside of that, everything, all the apparatuses in service. I did hear back from Rebel Truck, and they have ordered the parts for the door. They were able to identify the correct hinge and everything to get the door on engine 2 repaired. And that's going to be, I want to say it was like, I don't have the invoice in front of me, but I want to say it was like almost $1,800, like $1,750 or something to repair that door. But it is in process. They've ordered the parts. Shouldn't be much longer. And then they're going to come down, put the new hinge on it, mount the 2 new hydraulic pistons that keep the door up, and then engine 2 will be fully, operational. I mean, not that it's not operational now, but I mean, the door will be back on it. It'll look like a whole truck again. So, outside of that, that's pretty much it. We did move the trailer. Sorry, that was my watch. We did move the trailer that was next to the station from Station 1 down to Station 2. And the big reason for that is because we need to make sure that we keep all of the snow and everything clear on that slab so that we don't develop another ice water problem underneath that back door. I did purchase a snow blower. So we had the slab cleared after the snowstorm. There's no significant ice on that slab at all right now. So we'll maintain that throughout the winter, and that should really help us so we don't build up that big, huge ice dam out there and have water leak in through the door. So from that standpoint, we're in pretty good shape. Outside of that, nothing too major to report to the board. So just real quick, getting into the reason why I brought in the SCBA stuff, looking into it, I told you that I thought that it was a little high in the price. I am slightly high in the price, but I'm not off by much. So I am getting a quote from Fire Tech for the Scott air packs. The Dragers are a little bit cheaper, but I am getting a price for what one complete unit would cost us. The big reason why I wanted to have the conversation with everybody about the SCBAs is, so according to the info that I was given by Fire Tech, okay, the airframes that we have expire in March of 27. Okay, looking into the NFPA standards, it looks to me, the way that I'm interpreting the standard, that we are okay to use those airframes until the bottles expire, which would get us through till 28. Okay. Now, so right now we have 8 that are going to expire in 28, which would be 2 budget cycles from now. The issue that I have is that in November we get the new fire truck that has 6 air pack seats on it, which we would need the 6 air packs for that, or we're having to strip the air packs from another piece of apparatus to put on that. So like engine 2, we would have to pull the airframes off of that, put it on the new engine when it comes in. So
we're gonna keep all the engines in service when that one comes in, you think?
So now my understanding was previously that that's what was gonna happen, that we were gonna figure out some solution to engine 2 being down at the, Station 2, which during the summer, spring, summer, fall, it's not an issue. The only issue that we have is during the winter, trying to heat the thing. So the question is, can we take one bay and somehow section it off and heat a small area? Or we drain the water in that truck for 3 months, and then we have it in service for 9 out of 12 months or something.
We have to work on the insurance on that first. Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if something's in there,
Nothing on that.
well, nothing on the building, but maybe the
Truck's covered.
trucks, yeah.
The truck will be covered.
We've been through that road before.
Oh,
Yeah, we did ask that before.
Yeah.
So again, I'm trying to look forward and, let's discuss what's coming. So
That'll give us 3 trucks in service.
that would give us 3 trucks and 3, yep, and that would give us 4,500 gallons of water for an initial, if we can get all of the apparatus out the door, that would give us 4,500 gallons of water for an initial push on a structure fire.
Even if there's only 4 guys, they could, each one, 2 or 3 could
Yep,
drive the truck and.
Yep, 100%. And more importantly, in that case with engine 2, if we were storing it down at Station 2, if that was pulled out, that could actually, because you're right near River Road, and obviously
Right.
it's very dependent on location of the fire, but they could set up source operations where now they're a fill truck. They've already tagged into the hydrant and they're filling all of the tankers that are shuttling water to the scene. So,
So it would be advantageous to have the.
yeah, it would 100%. So,
And it wouldn't be driven that much, so
no,
the
it wouldn't be
maintenance,
driven that much.
the
So.
maintenance wouldn't be
No.
change, wouldn't be much
What
on
do
it.
we have for per diem guys that could drive that truck in town? Somebody that's.
Right now, there's, Janice Taylor, Tim, Chris,
So we got.
Zach. Yeah, I mean, there's 6 or 8
people
people in town that could
grab that.
could
You
grab
could
that.
drive it.
And actually,
Huh? Actually, I think
with the exception of Chris Burdette, almost all of them live on.
that's.
They're closer to that side of town. So.
Okay, that's a good formula.
So we definitely could get that apparatus out the door. Now there's a lot of factors in there,
Yeah,
depends on time of day and,
Yeah, of course.
different things, who's doing what, but it's very realistic that we could get that 3rd truck out the door. That gives us the new tanker and engine 5 for fireground operations, and then engine 2 could be a supply truck where now it's set up, it's tapped into, whether it's one of the pressurized hydrants or they have gone to a fire pond and they're drafting, but then they're a source truck and they're already set up, ready to go for as apparatus rolls in to be filled.
Well, since you brought up the fire ponds and everything, is anybody doing any maintenance on those to make sure that?
So I did go around last summer and mentioned that we needed a couple that had to be serviced, and I was just told there was no money. So I actually did talk to Zach a little bit about trying to maybe work with him.
That Davis.
Yes, yeah, as far as like getting the excavator down there to make a few scoops, but we've got to get it done. We've got to get a diver that can go in the water and look at, because if Zach's blindly scooping in the pond and rips up the pipe, that does no
But we
good.
haven't done any maintenance at all on them at all, have we? Just to
No,
see if we can suck water out of them, right?
Yeah, so last year I did go around and we tested several, and there were a couple that we pulled off of our available list due to the fact that we couldn't draft water out of them. Nesbit Pond was one. The pond right behind the fire station on Depot, it's not a great water source, but we can draft water out of there. But it definitely, I think there's a bunch of weeds in the strainer that are kind of clogging up the strainer. But unless we can get somebody in that water down underneath, in a scuba suit to be able to figure out what we need to do, there's no way to know. And So we do have one guy on the department, Adam Shaw, that is a diver. He has all the gear. I talked to Joe, and Joe said absolutely not gonna happen because we don't have the insurance to cover if something happened. And then it just never got any further than that. So, I mean, for like Adam, probably the best thing is that, I don't know, if we contracted, you know, if he gave us an estimate what it would cost for him to go in and take a look around and we contract him.
Yeah, I think the spring we ought to look
Yeah.
at that, put that on our budget list.
Yep.
Should have a line item for maintenance on those things.
Mhm.
I didn't see one in here.
Isn't there fire hydrant?
I'm sorry?
That's a rental
That's-
one for East
yeah.
Rochester.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's it? There's
Yeah.
no other line item? Could we add it in there?
With, on the, payroll increase, it says 99,000, but there's only 19 listed as an increase. Where's the rest of the increase?
Hold
Wait, so with the scubas, to go back to that, so now we need to raise like 190, taking the high number in 3 years, 3 budget cycles now, or is it still 2 budget cycles?
on. For the SCBA,
Yeah,
it would be 2 budget cycles.
so it'd still be 2 budget
Yeah,
cycles.
because they'll expire in 28, and that is our second budget cycle.
Got it. So we have to do the 95 for the next 2 years.
So we're looking at, so now what I had talked about was the 8 plus the 6, okay? And the question is, so the 8 are gonna be in 2 budget cycles, okay? The 6 will be next budget cycle for the new engine. So either we need to raise the money to outfit the new engine, or we're stripping air packs off of the engine 2 and essentially taking that out of service as a
So-
fire engine.
Is that part of this?
Oh, go ahead.
So that's number 4, the CIP replacement strategy for year 2027. So does that 190 include the 6 and then the 8?
Yes, it does.
So
Yep.
we do, so
Yeah,
just divide
because-
the 190
Because
by
when
2.
you look at that, number 4, that replaces, that gives 6 SCBA's for the new apparatus, and then it replaces the 8 that expire in March of 27.
Okay,
So,
Okay, so it would be 14, basically 14 air packs with the extra bottles, okay, and all the masks as well.
okay, so we have to budget for 95 in order to do that.
well, so would the 2 engines in service now, how many air packs do they have on them each?
One has 5 and the other has 5. They both have 5 on them.
Okay.
And I have 2 spares.
And then 6 on the new truck. My thought is, how often are we gonna get 16 guys on those trucks? So what if that third engine just has 2 on it?
Just use it as a fill truck.
Yeah, and has 2
Right,
for a
again-
driver and a
again,
passenger.
If we pull the 6 air packs out,
Not 6. If we
well,
pull,
I'm sorry, if we pull 5, okay,
what if we pull 3?
to put 3 on the new truck?
Well, then we'll still need 3, but we'll.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
Yes,
if
yes, I see
we
what
if
you're
we
saying.
leave 2 on there, which is probably the
Yep.
most we'll ever have in that third truck.
Yep.
Maybe even just 1, but 2 just to be a driver and a passenger.
Right.
And then we could pull 3 off of this purchase list and put 3 in the new truck to make it.
And I mean, that's doable. It just means that the next year, I mean, if we were to split it 6 and then 8 over the next 2 years, that's kind of splitting the cost in half.
Well, I don't. Are we ever going to need 16 air packs on the truck?
I mean,
if we replace, we have 6. If we have 8 expiring, and we replace the 8 and add 3, that we're plus 3 more air packs. I'm just saying I can't, and tell me if I'm wrong, but when was the last time we had 16 guys that needed air
I
packs?
can't tell you the last time that we had 16 people. But there are times like now that if there's a structure fire in town, I can't tell you how many people are gonna come out, but we have engine 5 in Milton and it is not in town.
Yep.
And then how many air packs are, how many air packs?
Well, we'll have 8.
Now, technically, technically to meet NFPA standards for a 2 in, 2 out, that means the truck has to have a minimum of at least 4 packs on
If
it.
it's the one responding.
Yes.
Well, my thought is we could do it. This is a 2-year. We're saying 2 years for the 190,000.
Mhm.
Let's just say we did 4 years and added those other ones
Right.
to bring it up. So maybe even on the new truck, do 5, leave 3 on the other truck, or 4 and 4. I don't know. It's.
Right.
I don't think that, I'm not saying we shouldn't have what we need, but
Right.
I'm also saying that,
So you're suggesting a periodic increase to the numbers?
yeah, instead of a 2-year increase on the 190, a
Mhm.
3 or a 4.
Right, and the reason why I brought this info to you guys, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was, is because we have to have some type of a long-term plan.
Right.
And doing a step plan, I would 100% be behind that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the big thing would be, the first step would be next November when the truck comes in, how do we outfit the truck? And
So even if we send someone, let's say we need to send the truck to Milton for coverage, you send the truck that has at least the 4 air packs on it.
Yep.
I mean, if we have 5 and 5, you could take 1 out of 1, so it has 4, and
Right.
then the backup truck that's here, if there's 6 on the other truck and that goes to the fire first, and then the one with 2 goes after it, it still meets the standards for the 2 in, 2 out.
Yep, 100%.
And if the one with 4 pack goes for station coverage and it has to go to a fire there, it meets the standards.
100%.
And then we could do it over a 4-year period, which would be, maybe do 90 the first year and then, or 80, enough to get us what we need for when the new truck comes in.
Right. And then 12 years from now, then all of the packs that were just purchased in 22, those are all going to expire. So again, looking long term, what kind of a plan do we come up with so that they're good for the cylinders are good for 15 years. Okay, after 15 years, they can't be extended. The airframes are good as long as they're not more than 2 NFPA standards out of date. Then potentially we could use the airframe for more years. We would just need to purchase bottles for them. But again, I'm just saying, long term, we should be looking at a 15-year replacement. And if we don't have to spend the money and on like a frame and just have to purchase bottles, we've already planned the money and it's there for us to be able to make that purchase. So, I know I've had the conversation with, I think everybody but Chuck, is, fiscal responsibility of the town is twofold. It's a realistic budget to the town that's realistic and it's managed properly. But then it's also the long-term development of knowing what your big impact items are and coming up with a plan.
Oh yeah, no,
That I don't walk in, 3 weeks ago and say, hey, I'm really sorry, but in 2 years, all this stuff's going to expire.
Right. No, I'm just saying take the 2-year replacement plan that we have going on
Yep.
for this and just stretch it out a little bit and
Right.
and
Right.
spread the.
And again, what I'm giving you is worst case scenario here.
Yeah.
So,
And then it would also extend out the 2039 plan, is if we bought half the packs now or a little over half in 27 and half in 29, then it pushes up some of them, the expiration of those back a little further.
How much
And-
money each year would have to be dropped into a CIP so you have this continued plan?
15,000.
Yeah, for the 180, it'd be 15,000 for a 12-year plan. And that would be starting in budget year 2027,
That's if they don't go up in price.
which they're going to.
right.
What up?
But right now,
About
I'm
30%.
a little
They would
surprised,
do
but
the
I'm
high
not-
number,
Probably-
because I did the
probably
15,000 divided by the 180.
Yeah, but
So I went by the high number too.
this way, there's money progressively being put aside so that it's not huge impacts that we see now
Yeah.
or the last time.
Yeah.
Probably wrong.
I just feel like we just have to bite the bullet, or at least get a good jump start on those other two this and next year, and then we'll be
I just
able to
wanna-
do the 15,000.
Well, like I said, I don't think
But
we
that
need
makes
to.
sense what you're saying too. Which comes, so how many of the 8 that are gonna expire are in use right now? Are
All of
all of them?
Oh, right.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're done in 2 years on.
Yeah. Yeah, our current packs are 3 cycles out of date. So they're not supposed to exceed 2, and ours are currently 3 out of date. So, again, with everything that I'm reading with the NFPA standard, it sounds like I am good until the bottles expire, which buys us another year. I will, I posed that question to a couple of different people, just to verify that my interpretation of that standard is correct. I believe it to be, but I will give you guys a better answer on that soon.
When's the new truck gonna be here?
November-ish of next year.
Okay.
You've got a
We got
limit
basically,
on that.
yep.
So
So,
if we bought, November of next year will be the beginning of the budget cycle. So if we had enough to, if we took 3 and 1 out of 1 and had enough to buy at minimum 2, so we have 8 expiring. So we need to be able to buy 10.
So we could buy 4 this year, 4 next year.
No, we need to buy 10 in the next 2 years.
Just for 5 and 5.
5 and 5. So if we did it, it's 14. So if we did 5, 5, and 5 over 3 years instead of 2,
Yep.
it's going to change it to 45,000 times 3. No, 65,000, basically. 63,000 each year.
How much roughly a pack?
Well, it's got the other things in there. If we did 63,000 a year, that puts us at the high end of 189.
Yeah, I did give the cost breakdown in there.
So I would
Yep.
just take the 190 and divide by 3. So it would be
63. Yep. So if we change this to a 3-year plan with moving some stuff around, that would be okay with you?
Yep.
Okay.
No, we're not putting that in the CIP. That's just to purchase the pack. This is no CIP.
No, we'd put it in the CIP. 63,000 each year in the CIP.
Yeah, but now we need money in the CIP to extend the other 12 packs to 12 years.
Well, no,
We're gonna
but
start that
yeah,
before
that,
that.
we don't need to start that yet. Because we have the CIP already for this, right, Paul?
Mhm.
Yeah, so we just need to make sure we put 63,000 this year in it.
63,500.
Well, that's the high end.
Oh, that's right.
63 would be all right. I mean, even 60 lands in the middle. Didn't I say 60? All right. And then the on your budget, the proposed budget,
Yep, so
you have the
going back to the budget, so you were asking about the increase of 19,000.
no, I was asking where the other 80,000's increased.
Oh, it's in all of those line items because there was no line item for that last year, so it's all an increase.
Which line item?
Because you're talking about
Break it out.
personal services.
Yeah, so I see the 19,000 increase in the one line item. So
Right.
there was no other line items?
Well,
There
no,
was, right?
so I'm proposing that these are all broken out, because right now we have 05 and 07, and everything gets lumped into that. So I'm proposing that we break that down so we can get a true
Oh, just wages.
snapshot of,
Wages and wages weekly.
yes, okay? But now we can get a true snapshot of where we're spending our money hourly for employees by breaking it down. So all of those together basically were 05 and 07 together.
And how'd you come up with the $80,000 increase in wages?
So, I broke everything down. When you take a look at, the summary, you go down through. So the salary wage was 105, full-time wages 164, per diem was 372. And then I've added in, the call staff, which is people coming from home, special activity. I've still got to come up with a better name for that, but that is all the other little miscellaneous things that I'm paying somebody to go do that is currently coming off of station coverage because there is no breakdown or ad for that. Stuff like sending 2 guys to go, bring all the apparatus for hose testing, driving the truck up to Shapley.
No, I get that, but so before that was all fell under under wages and wages weekly.
Yes,
But you didn't lower that at all,
I didn't lower what?
wages or wages weekly,
Yeah, but it's not gonna get any.
568.
Right.
It's not gonna get any lower because your wages are what it takes to operate.
Right.
No, but everything was calculated into that.
Which is why we've been over the last 2 years.
Right, because we have no good way to look back to find out where we overspending.
Correct.
Oh, I understand that.
So, I mean.
What's the average hourly rate?
28.
48.
And for the numbers that I used, I figured full-time at 33 and per diem at 28.
And what do we have? One full timer?
Correct, well, 2 full-timers. Well, the chief and 1, so.
Right.
So if you take his current 140, so you take 0105 and 107 of the current budget, it comes to 568,599. And then when you take on his budget 2 and 3, it comes to 537. So it's actually less. It's 31 less. 31,000 less.
I did add earned leave pay, which we did talk about. Because that's, again, there's a cost that we haven't accounted for. So every 40 hours, somebody earns 1 hour of ELP. And in the end, that comes out to about, almost $16,000 in costs that if everybody cashes out all of their ELP time, then that's what it's costing us. So I added that in. Outside of that, there weren't really any other major changes. The only thing that I did do is looking at the equipment line. I did put turnout gear back into the budget. So I had this conversation with Teresa and Paul. So I understand the CIP. I guess my question to the board is, if we do turnout gear through a CIP, which again, as long as we're accounting for it, it doesn't matter to me. But it seems that then every year to deposit that 15,000 into the CIP, that needs to be a ballot question that the town has to vote on to put 15,000 into the CIP for that turnout gear that we are then going to withdraw to buy turnout gear so that we're on a cycle and we're not getting hit with, oh, hey, we have 10 sets of gear that expire and we need to spend, $100,000 or whatever the cost might be. So isn't it more beneficial that it's in the budget and we're just purchasing 3 sets of gear every year to stay on cycle?
No, I think it should go into a CIP. Because you need it.
But and again, I'm not opposed. The reason why I put it in there is so that we had this conversation. So
I agree, because then it's a given cost. It's not it's not something, if something's overrun, someone's has the ability to slide money from.
right,
So at the end of the day, I agree with.
It should be a
putting that in
CIP.
CIP.
right. And again, I'm not opposed as long as we're
Yeah.
accounting for it. I don't have any issue. I'm just asking.
Yeah. No, and
Wait, I'm looking at the budget you gave us last time and this time, and you ended up doing an extra 20,000 from the one you gave us last time to this time and this.
Okay. Which should be the earned leave pay roughly.
That's 15.
Okay. I would have to look at the whole thing. I don't have that info
Because-
in front of me, but I might have made a typo.
Because your top ones are the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because of the earned paid leave.
So
Because if I'm
How'd you
looking
come
at,
up with that number?
for the earned leave pay,
Mm-hmm.
calculate all the total hours for station coverage less the chief's hours and and divide that by 40. And then that's giving you how many hours of leave time that we're gonna give out,
Yeah, if you take the total hours of everybody worked,
divided by 40.
divide by 40.
Because everybody's gonna earn 1 hour of leave for every 40 hours worked. So if we have 20,000, hours, divide that by 40, that is how many hours we're gonna pay out on.
We did that last year. When we did pay out.
Isn't there a maximum of 40 hours?
That
Per-
it's
earned
max,
per
right.
year.
It's max 40, but we had to give some back, remember? A couple months ago,
Yeah, so they can only earn.
40 hours, but he's right, if you divide it by
No,
40.
he's not, because if you work 40 hours a week, 52 weeks, you don't earn that much paid leave. You can max out at 40 hours, which means you max out at 40 weeks of 40 hours. So the last 12 weeks don't count. If I work 40 hours a week for 52 weeks,
Yeah.
after the 40th week, I don't earn
Right,
any
so
more
you
paid
gotta-
time.
You gotta figure it at 40 weeks, not 52.
Right.
So you're doing it on an average of the amount of people that are working. So with the amount of people that are working, you're gonna do that on a 52-hour week.
So how many hours
40
did
hour.
you?
40.
So the total hours.
The most I can earn is 40
here,
hours.
we are
Individually,
talking,
right.
Yeah,
But with 30-something people working, you have to
26.
calculate it out to the 52.
okay,
Yeah,
so,
because they're not gonna all be the same.
So there's only 26 people working.
We had 36 at one time
yeah, so,
that were on
oh, that makes sense.
call.
That's how we got
I would say,
30,000
doesn't wanna call.
I wanna say it was 20,608, but I'm not 100% positive of that. I wanna say it was 20,608. So, we're,
500.
we're 24 times 2.
515, which you figured it's gonna be, $28 an hour roughly.
Right.
With leave,
Yes, I'm
14,420.
roughly based off.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
close, he's close to
about
16,000.
Could we do the overtime wages? Can we take 15,000 out of the 50,000 and make that your earned paid leave? So then you just go up. Can we take
No,
that out of? Or no, you think
I
we need all
understand, I understand what you're
50,000?
saying. I mean, I'm at 5% for overtime right now, so, I mean,
What did we do last year for overtime?
I
I
actually.
think it was high, I think it was higher than that.
I'm sure it was.
Would it show it in like the weekly expense report for his payroll?
I think
I think
we don't
50,000
track- we don't track
is too much
overtime.
for overtime. Special activity, is that like the detail work?
no, special activity is all that random, sending guys to go, get the hose tested, sending somebody to bring the truck to get undercoated, sending somebody to drive the truck to Rochester Truck or whatever.
Your
You
maintenance
almost need a
costs, all that
labor.
other stuff.
Yeah, all the service kind of different, whatever.
So you just take a qualified driver person and assign them the task, or it's.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, like.
Yeah.
Or we could have the labor over here too. Hire full-time labor. Well, I'm using the word labor, but
Right.
maintenance guy.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't be full-time there, but we could use him here.
Mhm.
Then we could get rid of that.
But I mean, you know, I want to say that was,
But then you have to be special. to drive.
Wait, that 50,000, that includes the 20,000 for Prove It, right?
the 50,000 is what?
The 50,000 overtime wages includes the 20,000 for Prove It grounds, right?
No.
No, it does not. No, that's gotta be, so I had asked for a $20,000 line item for that. And then Chuck said the board was doing it some other way. So that's completely out of this. And when you,
I think he asked to have us look at it as a separate item so that.
right,
Oh, the money
as
doesn't
a
have to go
warrant,
back to
so, correct, so any money received from them, so pretty much a
Goes
warrant
back.
article.
Because I was kind of thinking
Instead of
this,
going back to general fund, we go back to
Right, that's what we
reimburse
were
them
trying to
for
do
the-
before, yeah.
correct, so it'd be a separate warrant article Chuck was mentioning, I believe.
because when I'm thinking about the 50,000 for overtime, I was kind of thinking, oh, that includes the 20 for prove it, so that's not that bad, if you
Right.
know what I mean. But
Right,
if it doesn't
no,
include the prove it,
yeah, the 50,000 is just 5%.
because when you add up the 8,000, 4,000, 10,000, 10,000, that gets you 32. So that's the difference between last
But I
year's
thought-
and this year's,
Right,
which makes sense because he's breaking it up differently.
yes.
So that makes you almost exactly with you doing last year to this year, and then the only increase would be your salary and just the overtime.
But I thought I was told that the proving ground stuff was only like $5,000 or $6,000.
But they do it 4 times, 5 times.
Yeah.
That's what I said, but
5,000 times 5 is 25,000.
Yeah, we go
Right.
4 times, so
but we
20,000.
brought that in a couple months ago and it only came up as.
I think we should have a question on the ballot that is any,
Yeah, that's what we just discussed.
Yeah, no, we discussed and.
But that's what I was trying to say, in his full budget last year, they took out $20,000 out of his budget. You guys kept saying, no, it's 4,000. No, it's 20,000.
right now,
Coming out of here,
I
out of last year's budget to go back to the general fund that was coming out of the fire department's total cost.
and I can't speak to that other than to say, when I was looking at a cost, okay, if we go out 4 times, if we go out 5 times at 20, I was pretty
Yeah.
certain that I wasn't gonna overrun that line item. And if it didn't get spent, it didn't get spent and it goes back. But if it's,
Well,
created.
it doesn't go back to the general fund though, it stays in your fund if it goes on the back.
So if you, are you calculating overtime wages at 5%?
Yes,
Okay, so if we calculated at 5%, then we should probably move that down to 35,000, because 5% of your proposed budget is about 32,000.
okay,
So we could move that overtime down.
I think
to
it should be
35.
lower, and I think it should be something that's
Okay.
watched. With the number of people that have
So-
come on board. I think that number could be lowered.
So then we could take the 15 for earned paid leave out of the 50. Like make
Yeah.
another line item for 15 earned paid leave and then drop that.
I think the
By
overtime
30.
should drop to 25. I think that's what I think. And I think we should have a question on the ballot that any money spent, any money collected for detail work goes back in the fire budget. I don't know how it would be worded, but it goes back in their payroll budget. Or any money invoiced. That way, if it's not paid for by the end of the year.
Total, not what they've charged, but whatever the total is goes.
The invoice,
To them, right.
the invoiced amount. So if they charge the proving grounds 5,000 for an event, and that's what they do, that 5,000 rolls right back into their payroll.
Right, yeah.
Why not?
Just remembering what Leslie said, I think we need to talk to her about that.
Okay. But something along those lines.
Yeah, I know
I know what your intention is, but.
Yeah.
But there was some,
then you're gonna probably have to just put the
Issues.
20,000 in there to cover his payroll on that, and that's what it is.
Or we could just do a fund of a separate, it wouldn't be a CIP, but it'd be something else.
If he just
Its
add-
own account that the money, when it comes out, it goes back to.
But if you add it in here and give him the 20,000 now, we don't have to. it goes to
No, I'm
the-
saying if we have to do it by legal, Paul's saying we might not be able to do it legally. So we need to find a way that that money is either in its own account and just keeps coming back into it,
Or we just put it in the account to start with, and it just goes over there, and then he's covered.
Well, why can we create a CP with 20,000 and the invoices against
Well,
that
it'd be
would pay that?
I don't think it'd be called, it'd just be a separate account. I don't think it wouldn't be called a CIP, right? Because that's a capital improvement
Because of the
Oh.
plan.
wording wise.
So it has to be a different type of savings that could pay the invoices.
Paul get on that, right?
Yeah, let me just talk to Leslie again.
Okay.
I know that the
Without
tax
that,
people were concerned about it
well, yeah, the auditor.
last year.
This is where we had a problem.
Yeah.
Trying to reimburse money that he was getting in this time. Because we couldn't do it. We couldn't put money into a budget that's already been established. Unless we do it by town vote.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's what I have to do in June.
Put it on the
A
ballot.
specific amount had to be done, so. Again, let me talk.
If the
Okay.
budget's there, then and the money goes to the general fund, it doesn't.
But it still raises the taxes for the current year.
Yeah, we haven't talked that too, because we had talked and we want to know how much we brought in last year.
Yeah.
To what
Right.
what we're gonna do.
Yeah. So we just gotta figure out what we can legally do on that. Then. If we can't do what I was hoping we could do. There's gotta be a way to do something to take it off the budget. And then if we
Don't
take
do
the,
detail at all.
we should not do the detail.
No, that's not
Yeah.
not good.
Well, you want to set it up so it's not just one company. I mean, right now you look at a 4x4 where it might be some.
Yeah, no, and that's why I would word it for a detail, any
Right.
detail work.
Right.
Yes.
And then we could rent the guys out.
No, that's what the sheriff.
I know.
And obviously, there needs to be a rate set,
Right.
and for both employees as well as apparatus. So,
Yeah.
Did you see the email on that?
From,
Sent an email, right?
online.
Yes.
Your rate for the apparatus was $100 an hour, and I think that person was 55.
Yeah, 55, I think, per person, and
Per
it doesn't matter what they are, that's the detail rate, and then obviously, some employees, the town's gonna do a little bit better on, others, not so much. It is what it
well,
is.
I don't wanna gouge the event people either.
Right, but if.
Just a fair number.
Right, but if they get a paramedic there, the overtime rate that you're paying the paramedics.
No, I just want
I mean,
a fair number. I'm not questioning that. I'm just saying I want the number to be fair. I'll leave that up to you.
Insurance on that 49.
Right.
Well, the insurance is,
Workman's comp.
yeah, unless that
Right,
goes,
and-
the insurance
right,
doesn't go by
yeah.
the hour, so that doesn't
And-
matter.
Yes, it does. It will in the end, it will go by the hour because it's based off how many hours. In other words, if you pay me $1,000, that's an hourly rate. And if it's five, so that's $50 that just goes to workman's comp and that pay of $1,000.
The workman's comp, but this insurance is the insurance.
Right, but yeah, I'm talking workman's comp.
Okay.
He's not even on that. He's on just 49.50 because
Yes.
whatever.
Oh, no, I know, and
Well,
I,
I'm just saying that's.
right, and I added an extra $5, figuring that is my most expensive person going out there, and the town's basically breaking even on that person, okay, but then the other people that are out there, the town's making a little bit of money and it's.
But I would think you wouldn't want to put
But you're not.
that
priced
person
out.
on overtime out there. A paramedic, I would, unless it's an absolute necessity.
Well,
If he's
the way-
overtime,
Right, but what I'm saying is, all the people that work
I
there have been told
Their time and a
the
half.
detail rate is time and a half. So it doesn't matter if that's the first 8 hours you worked for the week, you're getting time and a half for being there.
okay.
Yeah, that was,
But it counts towards, so it can put them overtime for us?
yes. We did that last year.
Yep.
I don't know if I like that. I didn't understand.
At the end of the day, when you take a look at some of the histories, it's not as bad as what you're thinking. Most everybody's working there 48 or 53, whatever their
Yep.
the regular stuff is without that. And then when you look at the detail, that's when the detail time goes in. You don't see an extraordinary amount of overtime included with the detail costs. So I don't think it's as bad as you're thinking.
Well, it's hurting payroll a lot if
No.
someone if they only work 6, let's just say someone picks up just the detail shifts for 16 hours and they go to the proving grounds or wherever they go and spend the day at the mud runs, they're getting time and a half?
Yep.
Why is that?
That's how it's been set up
That
in the last couple of years.
That is the incentive to take the shift and go out there and hang out.
And then if they hit 53 hours with that 16 hours,
Yeah,
you're paying time and a half.
I know how the math works. I got it. That's why I'm concerned.
You weren't last year.
I didn't understand that last year that they were paying time and a half.
And that's no different than the sheriff that's doing traffic duty on detail.
A sheriff with a cruiser, with one cruiser is $100 an hour. And $45 an hour with the other man. So that's the sheriff's detail price.
Yeah, it's 105 for detail for like Rollinsford.
One per person, but then you have the other
No, I
deputy
get
with
it.
him. Right.
I know. I'm just saying that's standard. It's for a sheriff.
Well, yeah,
or a
so
cop.
That's what I'm saying, though.
He's within reason.
But what I'm saying though is that sheriff is
Exactly.
getting a rate greater than what his normal hourly rate is to do that detail.
Yeah, but a lot of those details aren't great, and they're overtime work.
Well, they pay him $65 an hour straight up. The sheriff is in the cruiser, he gets $65.
But we have to ensure that we staff, or the mud run can't have their
I know.
weekends.
I get it. I'm
it's
just
an
saying,
insurance
I think, don't people line up for those shifts? Is it because they're time and a half? No? Okay. All right. Well, if everyone's all right with it.
No,
I just,
I think it's something we have to.
what?
I'm not comfortable with it. Why are we paying the guys working detail time and a half and the guys working station straight time?
I don't understand it, but they're saying it's incentive to.
I don't think we should.
So we,
I'm thinking we're backing out these details. I don't want to explain that one to the public.
Well, I don't think we need to back out. I think we just need to offer it at straight time, and if no one picks it up, no one picks it up, and we can't cover the detail.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
so with
Why not?
what we have done is.
No, you can't tell the mud run stuff in the last minute. We can't staff it, so you can't run.
No, people need to sign up. They don't need us by law. I talked to Randy about that. They don't need to have us there.
They don't have to be us, but you'll have
No.
to have somebody.
No, they don't. He said they don't need to have us there. But if we put it out there and if nobody signs up and we tell them, look, nobody signs up, you're going to have to figure out a way for coverage. But I don't think we should be paying time and a half.
I think as long as it's fairly distributed amongst the employees and there's no griping, we have no issues.
We had griping in the past. That was one of the issues we had. Pre-reach last year, the guys working details were getting time and a half because they were working over 40 hours. And we couldn't staff the regular people because, well, I'd rather work the detail and get the
We have a
overtime.
process set in place of how you select people for the details compared to those working staff.
So we put out a sign up sheet ahead of time, okay, for anybody that wants to sign up. And then once they've gone through and they signed up, then we make sure that like if I signed up for all 4 days, okay, and there are more people that have signed up, then I'm gonna keep myself off the schedule so that we balance it out and it's fair and even to any of the people that signed up.
So let's say you have employee A that works Thursday, Friday, Saturday of Sunday of every week. And then the mud runs come up and the event's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He's not eligible to sign up because he's on the schedule. So he doesn't have an opportunity to make the time and a half. Right.
Well,
And the guy that doesn't work as hard and isn't working weekends and as many hours
right.
can just
And
cherry pick the time and a half shift. That is not fair to the guy.
no,
That's
and
a
I-
perfect scenario of what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
right.
That's my concern. I know it's somebody's.
Yeah, and I understand that. I don't recall any issues last year with signups or anything like that. I don't recall any issues. All that I can say is that if one person was working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and wanted to work a shift, we have accommodated them and switched them over to work the shift and gotten somebody to backfill their station shift.
Instead of making a decision on it, can you put a policy together for us on it of how that
Sure.
gets selected and then we take a look at it from there?
Yeah, I
Make
can
sure
do
that stuff is evenly distributed.
Yeah.
And as long as it's evenly distributed, I don't think we should have a problem with it.
Okay.
But if we have something documented so
Yeah.
that it's fair amongst the employees.
But it also puts,
Let's take a look at what his policy says before we take a look at and see how.
I think it should just be, people should be scheduled for it. It should be a schedule, I mean, but people sign up for the schedule, right? They pick their shifts each month.
Yeah.
But, all right, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to wait to make sure we see what.
My only
Let's see what he
fear-
has for a process for us.
Right, my only fear in that is then we may not fill the shifts all the time.
So
That would be my only concern.
I don't know, I'd rather go to the mud runs and
Which shift
hang
is
out at the
not
station,
filled?
but.
It's the fire station shift?
No, we would be filling the fire station shift and not the mud run
Right,
shift.
it has to go to it has to go to the people for, you know, our fire station.
Right,
So
100%.
Let's see what a process would look like and go from there, and that way we have something documented that can be looked at as fair and equitable.
So what are we doing with overtime wages?
I think it should be dropped to 25,000.
And make another line item for the earned paid leave for the 15,000, or keep the 15,000 for
Down
earned
to
paid leave.
25, or do we take the earned leave payout and drop that down to like 35?
I think the overtime should go to 25 because that's,
That would give you less.
I think we spend too much on overtime as it is. And I think with the number of people that are coming on board, that it should be easier to control.
But that overtime wage, I know I'm harping on it, but that comes back through that detail,
Part of it,
all of it,
not all.
because they're all time and a half.
Well,
Part of it, but the other thing that's not calculated in there is holiday stuff too.
Mhm. If
Well,
you
you
drop,
work
you
on
drop
holiday.
that too much, you're gonna be over.
well, like I said, I'm not worried about the proving the detail. I keep saying proving because I think we'll have another question on the ballot for that money.
But if it doesn't pass, we gotta,
It doesn't pass, it doesn't pass,
then you're gonna be under.
but it'll pass. It will because it's outside money.
People are gonna see it as a wash.
Yeah, it's outside money.
Money spent is money earned, it comes out to zero. It is what it is, but
Yeah.
at least we're accounting for the revenue.
No, I get it. I just sell it.
Let's say it doesn't pass. We absolutely have to. Maybe he'll just do less on board third ride wages or something. And he'll have to
he'll
take
just have to
something from
watch
there.
it from other places, but it should pass. And then I think the turnout gear should go into the CIP.
The purpose of the CIP is long-term planning. If your turnout gear is a regular expense yearly, it doesn't belong in the CIP.
Because you're
But
not.
turnout gear is not shouldn't be a yearly expense because it's only replacing expiring gear.
Yeah, but if you're planning on replacing 3 sets every year, that's an operation expense.
Should be.
Well,
That's an
Operation.
then
operation.
so isn't replacing CBA packs because they expire.
This is true.
Well, this
If
SCBA,
you're planning on doing a set thing, you're not saving now. You're not planning for the future. You're just this is just putting
I understand.
daily costs. It doesn't belong in the CIP.
the big difference currently right now is the turnout gear versus the air pack. The air packs, we have in 2 big groups that all expire on the same date. The turnout gear is sporadic all through the turnout gear. I don't have any big groups of turnout gear that I could say, oh, in 3 years I have 8 sets that expire. Okay, I have 2 this year, 3 next year, but if I keep, we want 30 sets of gear and they expire in 10 years, so that means my replacement plan is 3 sets every year to stay in cycle.
Yeah, but if you get new guys coming in, he's gotta bring that rate up now to give them a turnout gear. So it's not like it's a CIP thing, it should be on in purchase.
I'm arguing against myself here, okay? Because on the CIP point of view, if he doesn't buy 3 sets this year,
The money
for whatever
gets
reason.
sent back.
yeah, the money's gone.
Yeah.
Where if it's in a CIP, it's set.
I think it should be in a CIP because it's a expense of things that expire that we need to keep up with. And if in 4 years, 5 expire at once, we're not going to be able to put it in there.
So where do you put the stuff that if he needs it, 2 guys right now needs gear, what are you taking that out of? You can't take it out of CIP.
The CIP has
You can take it
7,
out of CIP.
so he can do 1.
There's
And
a
then-
turnout gear CIP already.
Yeah, there's 7
So-
in there.
Then the turnout gear money should go in the CIP.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is the way you're describing this. If you're making an operational cost of 3 sets a year, guaranteed every 3 years.
So it's not guaranteed.
If you was.
Yeah.
Then that's not CIP material.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at, this is what we like to do, but we might not be able to this year, or we don't need to this year, then CIP is the way for it to go.
It should be short term, okay? It should be operational for, I don't know, the next, I'm gonna say 6 years, okay? And the reason why I say that is because, again, moving towards the future and the right thing is that we are moving towards the point that we have 2 sets of gear per person, okay? That is just from a health aspect.
I think we should buy a second set for everybody with that additional money. I think we should do that soon.
Out of the money?
Yes. And he put together things that are necessary for that. I think we should discuss that and make purchases with that sooner than later.
Get it done.
We all did with the phone call with the attorney that day.
You said you're gonna look in fire.
Yeah, no, he has a list of things, so we just got to come up with a number from Leslie and see how he wants or feels it should be spent.
Okay, to go after the 50,000 again. So you want the 50,000 overtime plus an additional 50,000 contingency wages, right?
Contingency wages. So I had talked about the 50,000 for overtime, just to cover overtime. And then you're talking about the special activities. Is that what you're?
Emergency contingency wage?
Oh, that was.
So are we still doing, are you still thinking that or no?
I would love to see a CIP that is there, that if we had a whole string of structure fires, or we had a whole mess of really bad storms, and again, it needs to be very specific language, okay, that you just can't, dip in. I mean, my understanding, if I'm correct, right, for a CIP purchase, there has to be board approval anyway.
Oh, yes, between us. Yes.
Correct, okay, so it's not like I can just dip in and pull that money.
I don't think a CIP fits that though.
No, this would be a reserve account.
Well, it's
Right.
like we,
I like the pay one we have, or I'm sorry, that's what you were gonna say.
no, didn't we have a reserve account for heating at one point and then it got changed over at a hand raising vote?
So like a capital reserve.
The,
Just be a reserve. Yeah,
there's a reserve account, the one that got changed.
We did one for wages when you guys couldn't hire anyone for the town office too. And then
Right.
it got switched over to something else.
No, that one has not been changed.
That one hasn't been changed?
No.
That was for like employee advancement, right? Or like to hire someone. to
Right, because
get their costs.
because of the market,
Yes.
increased market costs. But that, it would fall into something like that. Not again, CIP is.
This is a
you're
one-time
planning
thing, yeah.
something, but yeah, you're looking for a dipping loan.
Right.
But anyways, we'll find the right word for it.
Right, but I'm just saying, again, that money could sit in there for 20 years and never get touched. But just in case something drastic happened, then there's a reserve fund that we could meet very specific criteria to be able to draw out of. So that gives us the buffer in that, extreme case where we're not going back to the town to say, oh, we need another, $35,000 or whatever.
And the full-time wages, how many full-time people do we have besides the chief?
So right now, we have 2 full-time positions. The full-time wages were figured with 2 full-time employees, so adding 1 more full-timer.
But you're still considered a full timer.
I'm considered a full-timer. Joe,
So
and
this is-
the chief position.
So this full-time wages is adding a full-time person.
That is adding a full-time employee,
That
correct?
would give us 3.
That would be 3 slots. The benefit to the full-timer is those are guaranteed hours. So, the per diem stuff, people, they put in, they work when they can. But having the 2 full-timers is guaranteed hours. So that's guaranteed 5,000 hours a year.
Does the board want to add a second full-time person?
I think we
But
need
that's
to,
another 40,000 in benefits, right?
yeah, that's what I said, we need to add up all the rest that goes with that.
Yeah, that's not included in this number.
That's included in
Right.
1.1.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
So that's why
that
it's
is-
almost
that
like
is
either
correct.
50,000 overtime in the budget or this. Or I don't know, maybe we don't.
That
do
won't
this
be in the
year.
budget. That'll be
It'd be
separate.
something separate, right?
Yeah.
But when you add up everything that he'll have with all his CIPs.
No,
and
no,
everything, I'd say maybe wait a year on this if he wants a full timer.
Well, what did we have for the fire department that wasn't in the budget last year? Anything in the CIP?
10 seconds.
There was not much there.
You got the latest numbers?
You only had like $7,000.
Yeah, and that's for the turnout gear.
That was equipment, protection, clothing, 14,000, 7,000. Not 14, 7, excuse me.
Fire equipment 0, fire truck 0. Does he get emergency? Oh, that's that. So 3,000. Oh, wait, no, this is what he got. Sorry, 7,000. Yeah, he only got 7,000 last year. We didn't fill in any of the other CIPs. What's in there was what had already been in there.
So if you only had one full-time wages, only had the one full,
Well, then the basic cost of that is offset by per diem.
it's way more expensive.
You're gonna take, a full-time guy, he's gonna take some part-time guy's time away to have a full-time guy. So that pay
Right,
goes in there too.
But is that going to account for the 40,000 in benefits that we now have to pay for someone else?
Right. We're talking 48 hours a week, two 24-hour shifts a week. It's either per diem or it's full-time.
Right, so.
Yeah, 48 hours a week, so.
Plus, we have to pay a
48
full timer
times
more an hour.
52.
And then when they work overtime, it's through the roof.
Yeah, but you supplement it a little bit, and you're gonna pay a little bit. It's not like you're paying all.
Which I'll tell you, we haven't hardly run any overtime. All the overtime has been me.
Right.
All of it. I mean, I have
So
hardly paid out any overtime.
No, I understand that.
I mean, again, today, I'm on overtime right now. Why? Because I couldn't fill today's shift. So I am here as EMS coverage for the town.
So
Because
you
I
got
could not
his
get-
overtime, so you see, we could, probably half of it would be switched from per diem to go full-time. We'd probably save half to put towards it, I guess, what I'm saying. So it wouldn't be a whole,
Well, if each full-timer is 82,000, then you're adding 40,000 in benefits. So we're paying 82,000 for 50 hours a week.
125 with benefits.
So what
Did you
would you
say
do?
82,000?
Plus 40 is 122.
Do you divide it by 52 weeks? We also,
So I
40,000 includes the
125.
insurance.
It's 2,800 a
vacation.
week,
That's why I want-
2,900 a week.
That's why I want 125.
And
52.
So do
50
two-
hours at
so that's
$30 an hour is
6,000.
1,500, so it's double the cost.
Yeah, but you're saving on the per diem guy.
Yeah,
This is kinda like-
that's
Pulling back.
1,500.
This is like when at that open town meeting, they were talking about how we were going to save money having a town manager, but we weren't going to end up actually saving because you have to do the benefits and everything
Yeah,
else. Yeah,
but-
you're
but the minimum
saving on your
hours-
selectman wages, but you're not saving
No,
on your overall
right.
wages.
So
But
it's
you know
it's
it's
122,000 for, if this number's right, the 82,000 plus the 40 for benefits is 122,000.
Right.
That's four
But that person,
through what?
Okay, how many shifts are you unable to cover a week? Like total hours, do you feel like you have a hard time covering?
It's 2,400 a week. And if we have a guy at $30 an hour per diem, which is average, that's $1,500 a
It
week.
varies.
It's 35,000 more a
Really
year
varies.
for the year.
So,
subtract it. You're going the wrong way.
see, we
Yeah, 'cause
had,
you take the 25, but you gotta subtract it, because you're not paying that per diem guy. So you take his wages and you take it
All right,
off
a per-
full time.
A per diem guy is 50 hours, 1,500 a week,
So take that 15.
75,000 for the year.
But take that away from it and put it towards a full-time guy. So right there, you're
No.
only talking 40,000 plus 7, so you're talking 47,000 extra.
Yeah, for a full-time guy.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I said.
Versus hiring a per diem,
we
But
have,
that full-time guy could be a paramedic.
which would cost even more.
No, that's what he's figuring on.
How much?
I figured the full-time employee at 33 an hour.
Is that a paramedic?
And that, yeah, that's,
Is he gonna be the first one that would pick up overtime shifts too?
that would depend. I mean, at a bare minimum, I would want an advanced level provider as a full-timer, not an EMT.
Basically, we're paying 40,000 more to have a full-time person
Yeah, it's your benefit.
for the year.
But yeah, the benefit is the fact that they work for the town, okay? I can put them on a schedule. I can't put a per diem on a schedule, okay?
They're only gonna.
And I can force them to work overtime if I need
But
it.
the other thing too is,
So wait.
To some
that's a
extent.
full-time benefits. That's a married person with full-time benefits. Because if it's a non-married person, it's about 28,000.
You could have favorable worst case scenario.
It's about 28. Well, you go to the worst scenario. I understand that. You go with it that they have a family and it's a family benefit. But like with the transfer station one, it's not a non-family thing. So it wasn't as much as what they thought. Instead of 40,000, it was 28,000
Okay.
when we did that last year.
This is my thing. If the bottom line can come in for the fire department, this is just my personal opinion, at a $73,000 increase, let's say, so from 966 to $1,040,000, then I don't care how you do it. If it's what you want, I'll support it.
So that's about a 10% increase.
It's about an 8% increase.
73.
I have no, that would give him a full-time guy.
Well, I don't know how you do it. But,
Don't know if it's going to.
Yeah, not further.
I mean, if you could cut other areas, I mean, if you take the overtime and you knock that down and you watch overtime, I mean, like I
He's
said,
not gonna knock nothing else down. And then,
I'm just saying, I don't care how the budget lines up. If he can come with $1,040,000, I'll support it.
So how many hours was it?
And I would
that you did
support
part-time cover?
15,000 for the turnout gear and a CIP.
Right now, I've got 4 open shifts for the month, so that's what, 48 hours currently.
So about 8 hours a week.
And yeah, and I filled today, so. But
then your overtime
Yeah,
today would go on that other side.
right, it varies though. I mean, some weeks we can get it filled. There have been some weeks that we haven't, and
So if you had a full-time guy, how much could you take off that 50 off that number for the overtime and put towards the full-time?
You're not going to.
right, I mean, because
I think it's going to go up because that guy's going to be dedicated and work.
It's the hours are the hours.
Yeah.
Whether he's full-time or per diem, the hours are the hours, the pay is the pay. All right. It just means you have more control over who gets what. That's it.
So if you
Per diem is per diem. I mean, you got to fill a shift, whether it's a full-time person or per diem person. The pay and the hours are always going to be the same. The only thing that's different is going to be your benefits. Let's be honest. That's what it's going to. That's what it's going to
Yeah,
look.
that's what it
right?
boils down to.
If your hourly thing that you need to fill is 404.
no, it's 1,600 a
So
week.
you could take 40,000 off. the
1,600 a
one-
week
one
for a
month.
full-time guy.
But then he's right where he's at.
But at the end of the day,
No, I'm saying, but it's $1,600 a week for a full-time guy to work 50 hours.
correct. But what
So
I'm
that's
saying
32
is,
an hour.
But what I'm saying is whether that is a per diem person or a full-time person,
Well, it depends on what per diem person.
the average is there. The only thing you're looking at is benefits.
Right, benefits, yeah.
In this case,
So you only gotta add 40,000 to the 966.
yeah, but
No, because the benefits don't come out of the fire department.
Comes out of our insurance line item.
Yeah, but you still got an idea.
So if we did 15,000 in the CIP, that gets us to 121. And if you cut overtime by 25,000, that gets us to a $96,000 increase. So you need to cut another $18,000 off the budget somewhere for me to support a full-time person. I don't know how, I'm only one vote though. And it wouldn't matter
You're talking 18,000,
additional besides cutting the overtime in the CIP.
so you're talking 25 plus 18. You're talking the benefit.
Yeah.
You're talking the 40,000.
So if you can, I'll support it if you can do that. And I'm just one of, I mean, you need two others, so.
to be honest with you, I don't see it. Because a lot of the other stuff that's just your pay stuff. You're not even looking at, because you wouldn't be taking those cuts out of that. You're gonna be taking out of your operational. So at the end of the day,
Yeah,
what are you willing to lose in your operation?
Right.
Well, I think it could,
So that's not right.
well, if he's 80,000 more in wages this year.
Right.
If you take out the 25,000, he's 75,000 more in wages this year. If he finds another 15,000 in wages, that gets him there, right?
28 is your average right now.
Yeah, but he's looking for a paramedic, so that's why.
No,
Well,
correct. For your hours, you use 28 as your magic number.
28 for per diem, and I use 33 for the full time.
That's without the cost of living. Which is gonna raise that.
What's that up here?
So you said 33 full-time?
33 full time. That's what I use for my budget numbers. 33 for the full time, 28 for the per diem.
So what if his budget was at the 105? What percentage would that be? Would that be a 10% increase? If it went up a total of 105.
It's more than a 10% increase.
Do these numbers include a cost of living increase to the average wage?
So what do you need
Currently,
for a
right
total?
now, we're running $26 an hour.
Okay, so you've already figured it in.
Our average cost per week, department wide, is $26 an hour.
Okay.
And I figured this at 28.
Okay, that's what I was trying to find.
Yeah.
I mean, you could cut the paramedic intercept probably.
I don't know about that.
74,000.
Now, we haven't spent any money there, okay, and the only reason why I say I don't know about that is in March,
The 105?
when this whole MD1 program kicks in, if the doc comes out, he's gonna hit us with a paramedic intercept.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking.
So if I go and pull that paramedic intercept line item out, then I won't.
No, I'm not saying pull it.
Right,
I'm saying cut it.
right.
This is 2 weeks ago he gave us.
Again, my only fear is I don't know what the doc's billing is gonna look like, so.
That's what it would be.
Since we haven't seen that program in action yet, and I don't know how often we'll see him,
Well, in March,
This one doesn't
or what he's gonna charge us, I'm not sure,
have
so.
51,000.
well, he told us he was going to charge us 600 a pop, right?
Yeah,
And this doesn't have a turnout.
that is my understanding, but again,
That one has turnout.
I'm not positive, so.
But I mean, if you have a full-time paramedic, you're a paramedic, a lot of our guys are paramedics,
Right, then it would be less likely that we need him,
right?
definitely less likely, but again,
It does include the full-time.
I don't know what that's gonna look like, so.
Minus 25,000. Plus the 15.
161. Go 161.
But that would also still give him the full timer, which would be the 40,000 in benefits.
161 would be $95,000 increase, 10%.
Okay, what if he could get it down to subtract another 10 off of it? Would you be okay with that? Would you do 51? Because you went
If
with
everyone else
40.
is on board with that, I would do 51, yeah.
Because, okay, so this is how I was thinking about it. This was 2 weeks ago. This one doesn't have the turnout gear in it.
Yep.
So but it does have the 50,000. So I subtract 20,000 off that. I mean 25,000 off that. But added in the 15,000 for his earned paid leave. And then if he can subtract another 10, because I'm at 61 right now with that
Yeah, I
subtraction
would
and
be
adding.
okay, if everyone else would.
Because this one doesn't include your turnout gear,
Okay.
and it
That
doesn't
can go
currently.
to CIP.
That doesn't include the earned paid leave.
Yeah.
So I subtracted 25, added in 15.
Yep.
So you just have to subtract. Do you want to look at that?
Can I see
This
that?
is
Subtract.
the one you gave.
Yep, I'm gonna take a picture of it.
So try to subtract 10,000 off that, so that would get you to
Okay.
the 1,051,000-ish,
And still get your turnout here.
and still get your turnout gear and the CIP.
You want me to make a copy of that for you, chief? In the CIP.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll make a copy.
And if we got
Sorry
the
about
other,
my
if we got the other money approved for the detail,
Yep.
you could lower the wages knowing that money's gonna come out of there.
That's 20,000.
Right. Well, but I mean, it's just,
You're right, took it out.
right, it just offsets itself. It's no.
It's not in here.
You're gonna say it's not in
Right.
here.
It's not in there
It's not
anyways.
offset, but yeah, I know, but it's not offsetting, so if it doesn't pass,
It will.
then it come out of his budget, it comes out of his budget.
But then he has 25,000, so then he'll just have to watch and make sure there's no overtime again. Or maybe save it in case there's a big fire or something.
But before we go to second full-time person, I want to see a plan for it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to just give it.
Well, that'd be a third
I want to see
full.
what
No,
the
but that
plan
would,
is and what the
Bill,
manual
that,
plan looks
Bill,
like.
that would be.
How do you feel about it, Paul?
No, I get it, but I want to see.
No,
I
no, the one.
want to see the plan.
Yeah, no, I mean, we already have two, so this would be
Yeah.
the three.
We have the chief.
And then, so this one would be the second.
I understand, but before we hire one, I want to see what his manning plan is supposed to be and
Oh,
what
yeah,
it's gonna look
yeah.
like. Because I've been told in the past, hey, we have this one full-timer, we're gonna do a pay raise. This is what it comes out. Now that person's working way more than they should be, and I'm not okay with that. I want to make sure that there's stuff evenly distributed amongst all employees, including per diem employees. So that we are not sitting here next year getting ready to talk to the taxpayers to say, hey, we can't maintain a budget again because our head's up our ass.
The way we're gonna do it now is we're gonna be looking at it probably in April.
What do you think about
I
the
want to see a
51?
plan. That's my thing. You know, I want to see what his net staffing plan is going to be and what the guarantee is that we are not going to be
reminds me of
sitting
the question I
here
was going to ask.
talking about this again. You know what I mean?
What?
I know exactly,
How many full-timers do we have?
because we're gonna be doing, I asked him for numbers
Are we getting
today.
close to that number?
It's guaranteed we're going to be
So we don't have to
doing it
worry
again.
about this
We're going to
now.
be doing it again, but I don't want to be
Last time she
sitting
checked.
here next year trying to figure it out.
If we don't get this to pass, then it goes back to the 966.
No, and
Until we come up with a new budget and they re-vote on it again.
correct. But you know, at the end of the day, I just want to make sure we have a solid.
So much for waiting to the budget stuff till the end of the meeting.
Fine. This is one of the worst ones, so.
Oh, no, we haven't got the roads yet.
Where's the state?
Roads will be easy.
No, it ain't.
5% over last year, figure it out.
Where's the state?
No, then if you're gonna do
Oh,
5%
it's
over
down.
that over the last year, you're gonna do everybody 5%.
I am, except for the fire department.
No, you're gonna do everybody
All right, well,
5%.
Rick's saying you gotta get down to 5% then.
No, you're saying that.
I'm not.
everybody else is 5%. That's not what I'm saying.
You haven't seen the budget going in.
I'm just glad to get mine done.
I just wanna know how
to be
much money
honest.
we brought in,
It's
that
not
way
the
there, we
budget's
didn't
coming
make money, we might not even have to raise it.
One of the things
I'm okay with that.
That I'd like to see.
That's why I wanna
Oh,
know
that's
that.
awesome.
Yep.
I'll get with you during the week,
Oh,
Okay,
next week, not this coming week, the following week.
yep.
The staffing
Need the
plan
same one.
for how you plan on executing this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, is that good for fire department budget?
Well, yeah, well, also, okay, now you get the full timer, the overtime should go down anyways.
Okay.
No,
Because that
it'll go
full
up.
timer will,
It'll go up.
So we
should be able to cover those shifts, so.
Yeah,
talked
as
about cutting
overtime,
overtime to 25.
at overtime.
I think so.
That's what we have.
And then adding in
Yeah, but you,
So this is a dangerous slope.
it's on the other side.
and then adding in the earned leave pay, and then, okay.
Oh, do you, that number was 1061.
This one's yours.
No, he took mine and made copies for everyone.
Oh, yeah, I made a copy of everybody.
This is the number that I got.
Okay, 1061.
This is gonna be 1050.
Right, so he's gotta take 10,000 off somewheres.
All right, we ready to move on?
Yeah, move on.
Thank you very much, chief, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That'll do it for the budget stuff for today, don't you think? That's covering enough, isn't it?
Um,
For the most part.
I just have some questions.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
We got the hardest one out of the way already. This is exciting.
yeah.
Can
Well,
I
no,
ask-
but
can I ask
Arno.
a question?
Yeah.
Did you get the information I asked you for today? What you're gonna be in your total budget? How far you're gonna make?
No, we were gonna decide that after.
Yeah, you
Christmas.
told me to wait until.
Yes, after Christmas.
Until we were at the
After
6 month mark.
Yep.
We are at 6 month mark.
January 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
well, okay. The questions that I asked you today,
Yep,
I guess that's the same thing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 100%.
All right, thank you, chief.
Give us a better shot at 50%.
I asked.
But I'll be honest with you, I was very pleased. If we took the holiday out, if we take the salary out, I was very pleased with where his
Number would be.
number was.
Yeah.
It's heading in the right direction
Yeah.
than
And
last week. So as long as we keep on that same track, we'll be in.
Just do it this week.
Head spoil it in jail.
and we're losing 12 hours on Mondays, because we don't have the third anymore due to Jen having her baby. So
Okay.
we've had a third on to help with lifting to ensure that she was safe. And so now she's had her baby. She's out for a couple of weeks, so there is no third on assisting. So that's saving some extra money too as well, so.
Yeah.
But then we had holidays.
Then you have mutual aid.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you all.
Thank you. Have a good week.
Use the restroom real quick. You too, everybody enjoy your weekend.
Bye-bye. You might get more on the budget committee side.
Sorry?
You might get more on the budget committee side.
You will.
See?
Bye, James.
I don't know, I feel like that's pretty
So you're
fair.
gonna give everybody 10%.
No. Told you, no.
It's fair.
Why are you fighting so hard for roads there, buddy? Something you're not telling us?
No, we just need to get a plan together.
Yeah, I told you 5%.
What's he gonna do with 5%?
What would 10% be on his total budget?
A lot.
85. I think he's 80.
All right, order. Order.
Move the
It's not
question.
10% because he's gonna give him 5. So it's
All right.
We're up to.
Point of order.
Public participation is what we're picking up.
We're done with
There's
budgeting?
not-
We're done with budgeting?
We're done with number 4, agenda items yet.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Public
gonna do public participation.
Individual,
Can I sit over on that table, that chair?
individual selectment issues. What do you got, Rick?
I want more money for the roads. Put that right in there.
I'd like to see a plan then.
He's getting one. Actually, he is.
When's his
I'm
budget
sure it'll be very
anyway?
detailed too. He does a good job. All All right, what do you got, Rick? Anything?
No, I addressed the transfer station thing with you. I'll talk to you later about that. Did you guys want me to look for a diver to get a quote to look at those things?
What?
The cisterns where they might have to be fixed, a privateer diver
What
for maintenance for the cistern, to suck water out of the ponds, the fire ponds. Stop
I don't know.
doing some of that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
That's what we were talking with Kevin about.
Yeah,
Oh, the fire pond maintenance?
Yeah, the fire ponds.
That's one of the things that's not
Budgeted.
Not budgeted for, but we need a number of what it would be for someone to go in and actually maintain, to once a year to go down and maintain the.
Or at least see what we've got, because we
Correct.
don't even know what we got now.
Someone stop Chief and tell him he's got to figure that in his budget too.
I'll add that on my.
Well, we texted, we were talking as I don't think we need a diver, I just think we need to maybe back flush them. Go around, see what works, what don't, with a fire truck.
They usually do that.
He said he
We
did.
haven't done anything in 2 years, I don't think.
No, he said he did it last year. And he
Yeah.
figured out which ones can and can. So that's why he wants the diver to go down, dig around to see if there's.
How deep are they?
I have no idea.
They all depend.
But he said he
Usually
need a diver to go down and look at the
anywhere
pipes and to
15 to 25.
mess around with them to see if they're broken or if they're clogged.
Make sure the strainers aren't.
Actually, this
Yeah,
would have
that's
been a
it.
good time this year with the drought, because there's no water in them.
Well, Nesbitt's Pond kind of surprised me, because that's a big water supply. For that one to be not working, that's
It's something in the pipe.
a major loss.
So yeah, I mean, if you can talk to someone to see what it would take to.
Well, he said he had someone that could be our diver. Maybe contract him out. Like
Well, he was a fire.
he's a fireman, yeah.
Yeah, but I think at
He
the end of
was
the day, I
afraid.
think what we need to do is just so we have something for
Yeah.
budget is a
That can go in special activities.
is a quote.
Yeah, get something on the book of what's wrong, what's needs. Yeah,
Well,
something.
yeah,
But it has to be a self-employed diver.
correct.
That's why he couldn't do the other guy who actually works for the fire department.
Right.
But could we have him as like a contractor,
Only if he's self-employed.
self-employed?
Yes,
And
Sure.
has it
Yeah,
already
have a
Sure,
worked?
yeah, you got a
W-9,
contractor. I think,
which
the
runs
state
your
police-
costs.
State police have got a couple of them. I think even the sheriff's department has one.
All right. Anything else, Rick?
No, that's it.
Bill?
I emailed you guys the cemetery and HVAC bids. If you guys are good, I will, with the write-ups, I will send that off to Lynn for posting.
Okay.
I'm also, because we
Okay.
need it now.
Yep, so
Yeah.
I'll get that.
The exchanger is leaking in the
Yeah,
room there.
so
It's-
I'll
All right, yeah,
There's water on the floor.
Yep, I'll get that sent off to her and that one, and we'll get going. And then we had a little hiccup with the trying to locate the heaters that were in the Stephen King trailer. They were actually removed.
Ooh.
They are actually in the back of Station 2, just staged there. So
Okay, that's good.
it's just an install, so we don't have to do anything for removal. We removed them already. So I'll put a bid thing to get them to have them installed over at a bid proposal for installation over for Rose, and go from there.
Boy, they did listen.
Anything else, Bill?
Right now, no. I'll also work with them on the heating issue for that water freezing up in the utility room.
Yeah, he's got some money. I looked at that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff we can do in the meantime.
Might be just the installation of that one section.
So I'll work with them on that.
All right. Teresa?
Yep.
Paul?
How's the mouse situation going with,
Zach hasn't got back to me yet, if he's found somebody or what he's gonna do. They're still living. Oh, something I,
that's a referral I got from Maria. somebody that,
Oh, does it? Yeah, I think that's what Zach was trying to figure out. What's he got for numbers in there? Can he do anything with?
What about the one that we had that outstanding bill with?
yeah, I don't know where that stands right now. I know that
Yeah, that's the one.
they were checking the numbers, they see if we paid those bills.
For 2 years that they were never, okay.
Yeah.
That's not this.
So, no, it's a separate company. From what Lester can see, everything has been paid, but again, they were still going back and checking as much as they can.
Does he have any money in his to take care of that?
He has nothing for building that.
Yeah,
Oh,
200.
isn't this from,
$500.
wait, what is this? Is that what I was looking for? And I lost my copy of it?
You asked me last week for how much money ended up in the fund account, general account, yeah, thank you. So you estimated 1975 for the commitment last year, and actually it was 2489 was the 2,489 was what actually came in. So it's a $514,753 increase.
But we took some of that out.
Yes, we did.
60.
62,000 was over expenditures. 315,000 went out to reduce taxes.
That went out last year, though.
Came out of that money. Yeah.
Well, it comes out of this year's, right? That
Came
360.
out of that money that's
Yeah,
went in there. So it reduced your
right.
profit. So. And we also took 30,000 out of the transfer station.
390.
So actually, the general fund
407.
only gained 107,000.
Oh, yeah.
But if we use the same number as last year, 315,000,
Still gain 100,000.
still,
Wait, so did they overestimate? Or did they underestimate?
Depends how you look at that. You always want to make your commitment lower than what actually comes in. So your real numbers.
we accounted for almost 2 million coming in, but 2,489,000 came in.
Got it.
So we jumped up 489,000. So
Yeah, so we got some money to play with.
if we use the 315 again, it's the same number. We still gain 100,000.
For the general fund.
But we already had too much to begin with.
But we have not too much. We have
Well, it comes
6.4.
in.
Well,
But we only
that
have-
315 depends on how bad you jump the budget up this year too.
Yeah.
Whether or not you can do that.
All right. Thank you very much.
So we'll be able to gain some on that other end. So we might be able to gain that 10% on the road.
No, because then it'll still go up because we already used that last year.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to gain more income this year.
Right, but then we still can have the budgets go up more than 5%. So if roads comes in even, then the fire department's 10%.
15, so that's.
No, because that came out
8%.
last year.
I know, but I mean, just say we're using that this year.
Can we
That's
see what his
saved now.
plan is first before we?
No, I'm
All
just saying, but it all, you gain, because at 4 million.
Doesn't though, because the 315 came out last year. So if the budgets go up 10%, then we're going up 10%.
Plus 315,000.
Not if we take that out again.
Yeah.
But we're
Then
still,
setting ourselves up for failure the following year again.
no, not if we,
But you're still putting $100,000 into your general fund on top of that, because you
Yeah.
gained in 500,000.
But we shouldn't get into the habit of keep doing the 315.
No, you should give me the 500 for all of it. You shouldn't put any back in the general fund.
what else, Paul?
That's suicide.
Yeah, no, the general fund's
Yeah, but
still
we got
growing.
6.5 million in there, it's the whole.
If we give up,
6.5 million is nothing. $1 million a month for the school, it's nothing.
it's way better than we've been in past years, and it's gradually getting better.
done a good
You
job.
guys haven't been through you had to borrow money to get through the end
Oh,
of the
no.
year.
No.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
That was a certain selectman that put us through that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but 3 or 4 years was not pretty. Performance reviews. You do it annually, done in December.
Yep.
Lynn does all the office, which includes coach and everybody there. We do Lynn, the treasurer, and we do animal control.
That Maria?
No, animal control is
Oh, and I mean, we don't do Maria too long?
no, she's part of the office.
They do it.
How do you want to do transfer station? Josh would be ours because he's
Yeah, Josh should do the employees.
should do the employees.
I think.
He's the head department.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
Do they do that fire too?
And Zach's going to be doing his own, his people, right? He's got 2 people, part-time. Yeah. That's my other question. Fire has their own system. Do we, or I should say, do you want to put them onto the same review system as everybody else is on?
Yes.
And the reason I ask is because of the personnel issues. If you don't have performance reviews to fall back on, you have no history.
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Should be consistent.
Why are we only doing once a year?
That's what the
That's because it's
established.
with their pay.
I almost feel like should we do them every 6 months?
That's something that can be changed. Yeah. But you have to redo union contract to do that.
Well, we could do everyone else, but
And then
union.
there's the new system you was talking about.
So we do it at work is they're evaluated every year. However, there's a 6-month review that's just a documented review that says, hey, how are you doing, where are you at, and what do you need to improve on? So that way when it comes down to your final, you actually have, you know where you are and what to fix. So that's also an option. It's nothing that should be negotiated to say, hey, where are you at and what you need to go fix. I'm not giving you an evaluation. I'm just telling you where you stand.
Yeah.
It'd be a question of that.
I like that.
The new steward, not steward, I'm sorry, the new person we deal with, the union has been very reasonable. So.
Well, what it does is it also stops an employee from saying, well, this is the first time I'm hearing it.
Of course, it gives them a chance to fix any problem.
If there is one, or let them know that they're doing well.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a good thing.
Or keep on the same field.
So when do we do these? Do we plan on doing these like next week or the following week? Or are we doing them today?
Probably next week, the earliest. For us.
Yeah, usually, yeah, I think we do.
So all we're doing is Josh, Leslie, Lynn, and animal control. Do we have to do one for Marcy?
Marcy's the one I missed. She's in here, but you're right, she's one. Yeah, we have 3 Marcy's. Anybody that's employed.
Yeah.
That's
And
not
it's like-
covered by
So
department
do we
head.
do the fire chief too? So we do like department heads. Got it.
Yeah, because they can't do that.
Right. So do we want to set a deadline to have everyone else's in?
They have to be done by the end of the month, so
Yeah, that's because of their pay.
Because then we start figuring out COLA, right? Because doesn't the
COLA is determined.
by the
I looked
union-
it up. I looked up the COLA as town bill, and the December 18th is the date that they'll release November's number, which I need in order to be able to figure it out for the year. But it looks like it's going to be around 3.12.
That's what Leslie said when she went to one of those conference things. She had me write it down.
I think that's what it was last year, wasn't it? 3.2, I think we were on.
Well, okay, then here's the next question. Depending on how COLA is, are we going to do like a raise like we did in the past where they do the COLA and then we do a percentage of like, what's that? Like, good
Incentive.
job.
Incentive.
Incentive or
Performance.
good performance.
We call it
Performance, that's what it was.
That's a good board question.
Because you were judging what the job is worth too at the time.
Right, and usually we would make a cap on what we wanted to do.
that we could afford.
Right.
Yeah, but
But you've got everybody up last year, I think.
yes, that's what I'm
You-
saying.
you addressed-
right. We
you addressed
addressed
pay
that
raises
we were
last year.
down. We addressed it that we would like equivalent to
Right.
help
To everyone
to
around
be
us too.
right. That
'Cause-
we performance and
And
that
then a little,
top level. What I mean is that there's a maximum.
yeah, but that number shouldn't have changed that much this past year.
Correct.
So maybe next year we'd have to reassess that again.
We should every so
We
many
did.
years.
We did COLA plus cost of living plus performance last year. What we did.
Well, isn't COLA cost of living anyways?
No. It's a little bit different.
Call it is a cost of living.
Yeah, but
The national average due to inflation is coming to.
it was more on the union side. So it's different.
I dropped this off with everybody. I think I threw it in your marks. The more detailed one that's here,
Yeah.
it's the thing I went to on Wednesday. The York County Legislative Summit. It just covered over what the GA program is feeling right now, and they have 3 cities in here: Sanford, Biddeford, and Old Orchard. Gives you an idea how many homeless they have in their areas. If you notice, Old Orchard's getting pounded. There's one of the, in this area, they're the ones that are getting the most increase right now.
Yeah.
Sanford it's got different programs going on in their area. Benefits been high anyways. But it also shows you the cost factors. One of the things that's hitting them hard is the increases in the housing market. They're having to house these people, and the motels and stuff are hitting them hard.
That's why Old Orchard's top.
But anyways, just gives you some information. Mostly what they were doing there that night was trying to get the legislature to change some laws and pass some laws to make it better. Trying to get total reimbursement for all GA.
But I thought we were trying to push this out so it takes it out of Lynn's hands, right?
That's separate. That's York County itself might set up their own little office.
This is informational.
Whether or not that's going to happen, they're looking at it. Okay. Ran into a little bit of an issue. This goes with that. Whoops, wait a minute. Did I give you my copy? Yeah, I gave you my copy.
Oh, I have one of these.
On the first page, it says 27 holidays. That's our personnel policy. It says the day after Thanksgiving is a holiday for our employees. But if you look at the very last page of the union contract, page 2, there's a statement in there that says the day after Thanksgiving will be a paid day off if it falls during a scheduled shift. So we have a conflict between 2 documents right now.
I thought we decided to use the union document.
This I don't know. This
See.
is something you guys ran into last year.
Last year, I think we decided to use the union document last
That
year.
means you don't get paid for it. Do we have to take that off the
Leslie would
list?
know.
Leslie doesn't know. That's the problem. That's why she had come back to see me. She didn't know what to do.
I'd say do it this year and then change it. So next year we won't pay.
For some reason, we gave them a holiday.
Well, this is saying the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We should do it
Because
this
that's
year
why-
and
I
then
think
change
that's why
the
holiday-
personnel policy, which is already getting updated anyways.
Okay with that.
But the thing is, what are we gonna pay him? What are the hours? Like, would we just do like a normal workday hours?
If you do pay, it's gonna be time and a half for 10 hours.
Oh, but the union contract says no,
Correct.
so no.
But it's,
But we paid them
Right.
last year, Chuck.
and then this document says that we pay him. So I feel like we pay him this year, because in the personnel policy, plus that other piece of paper, we put it away.
It's a problem.
Do you have a,
What do you think?
I only got this, we have a copy of the,
Oh, should I get the other?
Because when I was updating it, which I have to finish, and I have to finish this,
and the way this
was
personnel
updated.
policy was written, this was done because
And that's
the
what I
town
got.
office was open 5
Same
days.
thing.
I got,
correct?
yeah.
He didn't get one of those.
No, I gave him mine.
I already have it.
All right, I got,
Get an extra one for me now. Okay.
You gave me one in my box.
what is this?
So this is what so if we update the personnel, well, we are updating it. I have to finish it, I know. That's where I got the holidays was from that.
Okay.
So that had already been updated outside of the personnel policy, which does have the day after Thanksgiving on it.
But we need to do Christmas or New Year's.
Christmas, interestingly, if you read, half day on Christmas Eve and December 24th, it falls on a regularly scheduled shift in the personnel policy.
That's Thursday this year?
Yes.
So, I inclined that we follow with the collective bargaining agreement. It's not a standard work day.
Okay, so Josh, we would pay Josh
Yeah,
still.
that's where we run into a real problem.
Because he's
Well,
not
what's-
union, he's personnel policy.
Yep.
He
And then
gets-
the fire chief,
Fire chief
And we-
salary.
Yeah, but
but he's not.
he's not union, but he's also wasn't scheduled to work that day.
And he got paid for it.
You get paid for the holiday, for Thanksgiving, you would get paid for that.
And the day after, I think he got paid for it too. Last year.
Well,
That's
maybe
why I
last
think
year,
we
yeah.
Yeah,
just-
I'm going back.
So doesn't the union contract supersede the personnel handbook?
For them, but not for the rest of it.
No, I understand that. I'm saying for union employees.
Union employees, if it's not covered in the union contract, goes back to the personnel contract.
But if it's specified in the union contract, it's covered in the union contract.
But I almost feel like it's not fair paying some and not the others. That's why.
But
if
what
we-
about when the union contract favors the union people and it doesn't cover the town people? The regular non-union people? They lose
That's
out.
true too.
I'm inclined to follow the collective bargaining agreement.
Except Don, Josh.
Well, not for the union people, we would follow the
The union
collective
contract.
bargaining agreement.
And then,
Non-union people would,
Follow the.
so that would be Josh. The interim chief.
we don't gotta go through the whole list, but yeah, it would be,
Well, I think that would be the only people, wouldn't it?
no, there'd be more,
All the workers.
full-time.
Yeah, full time.
Full-time.
Yeah, that's so.
What do you think, Paul?
Say, follow the documents the way they're written,
Which,
which is the union contract takes priority over the,
I'm
for
okay.
those that are in there. But then we definitely need to change that for the next go around.
I'm gonna take the day after Thanksgiving off the list.
Just
If
put
it's
it,
not regularly scheduled.
Yeah, unless it's not.
Well, why don't we just take it all off the list? Because the town office people,
But
If they're not
then
open.
Josh is working that Friday.
Josh doesn't normally work Fridays.
Oh, the transfer station's closed, never mind,
Yeah.
my mistake. Yeah.
the only one to be affected is the,
That's the
Fire
only-
chief.
but if-
Full-time
but if it falls
fire.
on a Thursday, it falls on a Wednesday.
Thanksgiving never falls on a Wednesday.
The day after Thanksgiving.
Is always
we-
Friday.
Everybody else is always gonna be a standard work day. Keep it as a standard work day. Your national holidays, Thanksgiving is a holiday, keep it as a holiday. And then that way, if you follow along with regular standards, you're fine. As soon as you start adding additional days in there, Now you're
That's a
separated from
problem we had
other,
last year.
other days.
Oh, the personnel manual reads the same as the union contract reads, you don't have a problem.
No, absolutely.
All right, so everybody's
So take
okay.
Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving off the list.
Well,
So-
we have the list, but put it in like it is in the union contract, if it's a scheduled workday.
Unless it's a scheduled work day.
All right, so everybody's in agreement? We're gonna follow union contracts for union employees, the personnel policy for regular employees?
You wanna make that a motion, please?
Piece of paper. There you go. Write it down, Chuck.
Please. Well, she's gonna need something to be able to cover herself, so.
Wait, should I bring up that email that just came in this morning?
Not yet. Talking about the agenda one?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what you're thinking on that, huh? Chuck, 5%. So I can talk with that, see what he's at.
That's what I'm hoping.
This is the one time when we can get fire in a good place, and then maybe we can focus more on roads. Which fire's already getting in a better place than it's been in the past.
What was his budget?
Well, I suggested to Zach that
Would you like to talk to that?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I suggested him to make two budgets, basically. One budget, what he actually needs for his operation,
Right.
and then what if special roads he wants to do, put that separate.
Right, yeah, I'm just, cause that's, yeah, I'm going 5% just on his regular maintenance budget that he gets.
All right, so I make a motion.
Is he eight?
All right, you guys ready? Yep. I make a motion that for the Friday after Thanksgiving, we follow the employee personnel policy for non-union employees and follow the union contract for union employees. All in favor?
784.
I just want to make sure. We're on the same page.
The last of the road
All right,
maintenance
guys.
contractors have come in, so I just need signatures to be able to, assurances, so that we can take care of the folks, get their sign-on fees taken care of.
Okay, thanks. So are they filing without a contract?
Yep, that's all.
And this one doesn't have the road commissioner's signature.
Oops, I'll get it from, no thanks.
You just have to sign
Yeah, I'll do that afterwards.
Thank you.
Sat and looked at it, had a few on their contracts, they haven't been in for 14 days for the AP. They've been coming in on time.
The billing and stuff?
Yeah.
I just got the first report and I haven't gone through it yet. But yeah, the department heads are submitting.
I know. Did I do it on this one?
What you do?
No, I put the right date. Did you know we're not in September?
Details. Your turn.
Oh, I just did it.
Your turn.
Oh, you all set?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if everyone read the email, but we had the request to be on the agenda for the 16th. How's everybody feel about that?
My opinion is any town resident wants to get put on the agenda, submit a plan, and I don't have a problem listening.
Okay. Everybody
That's
else
my
okay with it then?
Well, I think she submitted.
She did submit a plan, yeah.
20 minutes.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
That's just my view.
Yeah, no, I'm with it.
Is that good enough for the plan?
Yeah, she said what she was gonna talk about.
Yeah.
All right. You got that email up on, you wanna just reply to her real quick? Do you mind?
No, what am I saying?
Just saying, yeah, we'll put you on the agenda and then we'll let Lynn know to fix it.
Is there someone on that email?
If not, CC her.
Yeah.
So I know Zach had said he was having trouble with the electric company and figuring out the power lines or the telephone pole replacement. I spoke to a gentleman from the electric company and he was going to peek at the power wires at the transfer station for me and take a look at that. And then he said, I got to get the exact name, but basically there's a person Zach can contact from the electric company, like someone that does that sort of thing. And that person will come out and go around with Zach and he can point out the poles that need to be replaced and get the ball rolling. He can talk to one guy. This guy knows Zach and he said he reached out to him or he will reach out to him. So that went well. And that, the doors are supposed to be fixed, but we talked about that. That's all I got. Unfinished business. The bridges he was looking into.
Take that off.
Okay.
Which one?
The compressor.
Okay.
The culverts, that's done, right? That didn't,
Yeah.
that needs to come up. He was working on the guardrail. The monument, he was reaching out to somebody on that too, right?
We'll probably have to give him a little update on that because I don't think he was because the insurance company was going to do it, but now they're just putting it back on us.
Okay. And then the glass container at the transfer station is being replaced.
I think the way that was left, and I remember saying, right, when we're gonna reach out to a survey company, get a quote to fix it.
Yeah.
So that way we can send it to the insurance company and make sure it's gonna be covered. If my memory serves me right.
Yes,
No,
that is what it
but
was.
I one of them, but they won't.
All right, review of minutes. All right. I make a motion to accept the minutes for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025 as written.
Second.
All in favor? Paperwork.
This one requires just your signature and it's the
Manager
audit
letter.
for the audit proposal.
Or do you need black?
I just wanted black. I don't normally worry about that. So it looks like it. 9th? No, it's
6.
6th,
Don't rush the month.
right? Anybody want to read this?
Is that like the manager of it?
Let's see, proposal for the audit.
So does that give us the like complete cost on here?
So it's part of the usual fee. Their annual fee.
Which we added that extra stuff to.
Right, but this is the,
So
this
would
is
be
the audit.
this would be the 16,000. Got it. Do we need to keep a copy of this for budget season? Will they ask for this? Because I can't remember if they've asked for it.
That should be on Lynn's budget already, but I'll check it.
Should I take a copy of this right now in case they do ask for it?
Okay.
Okay. I can do that, right?
Do you just want to wait till after the paperwork's done?
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
okay?
sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'll leave this on.
Sorry if I say that name, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we got a letter, quick note to the board. Wayne Davis, no relation to Zach, wanted to give kudos to the road commissioner. Mr. Davis stated that he leaves for work at 4:30 a.m. Last week when the roads were covered with ice, the roads in Lebanon were already done. He travels to Welsh for work. Once he was out of Lebanon, the roads were not even touched. Mr. Davis wanted to give kudos for a good job. We kind of spoke of that earlier, that the guys
Absolutely.
got it done.
crew did.
Yep,
Yep.
100%.
Every one of them did a great job.
Yeah.
They got up, the roads assaulted, you hit the next town over and it was a sheet of ice. And
Usually it's the other way around.
It is.
He had a couple of breakdowns and they worked through it.
Yep.
I mean, first snow of the year, they're gonna, first couple they'll have.
Yep, they'll have hiccups, but I think this group did a really good job.
Was the house not there or something?
It got put to the wrong account.
Okay.
So this is basically just clearing the paperwork to move it from one account to the other account.
Okay, so the wrong
name,
account was.
Same name.
Okay.
Some reason.
All right, so account RE3186, map and lot RO3-033013E. We were granting an abatement. Supplement account 447 to tax correct account. They put it on the wrong account. And it's in the amount of $691.31. I don't gotta read this for that, do I? Again, God. She shouldn't have any.
Not bad for not meeting for a couple of weeks. Should have
Same
every
time,
other
For a couple weeks.
Almost 2 weeks,
Oh, really?
12 days.
Nice.
So we can go to every other week like I wanted last year.
I'd be down for that.
After the budget season. Be my guess.
I'm only getting 5%. I gotta fight for another 5.
What do you mean you?
Okay,
Which one
wait,
are you in the roads?
I'm kind of listening to this.
I know, right? There's something going on there.
Oh, he could be, yeah, 5 million, yeah. Use 5 million, pay him, yeah.
I gave everybody a copy of the.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't looked at it yet, so. But you get to see what the dumpage was.
Yeah. That's a lot of tonnage.
That's it. It's up to you now.
All right. Yeah, I say we do a quick executive session.
I'm about quick, so I'm doing one.
We won't be making any decisions, so will you make it?
Oh, wait. We need to talk about Saturday's meeting. We're having one next Saturday, right?
This is all time and a half, so.
Because I kind of already rearranged my work schedule because I was planning on having a meeting.
Saturday, the
Next week is the
Is a budget
13th.
workshop.
Yes, it will be a budget workshop.
I can be here.
Okay, what time are we planning? Because I can do earlier if we wanted.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna close.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
it's
not
all about-
happening?
Why not? You spoiled my whole afternoon because you couldn't come till 11.
Well, no, we couldn't come to
This
11.
week.
I
because we
work
had to
till
get out
I
at
work till
10.
2 in the morning.
I get up at 3 in the morning, go to work.
I'll do 10.
Okay,
10? Yeah.
because that gives me a little bit more buffer. I have to go to work at 2.
My work is not easy.
No, there's some compromise there, I can agree with that.
10 a.m.
Okay, in the following week, are we
You
doing
want
11
8
again?
like
Or
me,
what
so
are
you
we
get the
doing?
rest
We can
of
do
the
10
time.
a.m.
Okay, but the following week, I have to figure out because my
We
boss
can do
said-
10 a.m. the following week too, if everybody's okay with it.
Can we do 11 the following week? Because I have to work until 10.
Oh,
probably.
okay.
I
Is
know.
that the week before Christmas?
Oh, I bet I can't even get out of work. My boss will get mad. She got mad about this week.
That's
Is she watching right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the week before Christmas, because we're not gonna do a meeting on Christmas week this year, right?
We can do the 20th.
We didn't last year.
No, the 20th for the Saturday.
Oh,
And then we don't have to have one on the Tuesday.
Wait, what time do you go to work today?
it doesn't matter. He won't tell you. He'll lie.
No, I gotta be there at 4.
Could we do a meeting well, if it's a budget meeting, can we plan on it being like 2 hours? Could we do like a 12 or a 1?
I mean, that's up to those guys. I don't care when we do it. 12 would work. 1 would.
Next Saturday's at 10?
Next Saturday's at 10.
Okay, the following
This
Saturday.
is Teresa's world. We're just living in that.
No, I'm trying.
I'm just kidding. No, whatever you want.
Well,
No.
and it's hard because I'm in retail and they get mad at me if I'm not there.
You have
It's
a
holiday.
specific schedule that you have to work with, I understand.
Yeah, I'm okay with 12 or 1.
I'll
Can we
make
do
myself
the 20th? So that would be the 20th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we do like 12 or 1?
Yeah, which one?
Let's do 12. Because then I'll see if that works for her. And if not,
You want to
I'll
do
do 1.
12:30?
Sure. We'll do 12:30.
That way you can get out at 12 and be here at 12:30.
Let's do 12:30.
We'll see.
Rick's ready for bed at 4. All right, we make a motion for personnel reasons?
Just one quick question is, if we're not going to do a meeting on the following Tuesday after that, want to make that a regular meeting on
Yes.
Saturday? That way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last year.
that way we can sign off everything that needs to be done.
Last year we didn't
Yeah.
have a meeting, but they had it's the only meeting I missed because you guys had a meeting. And actually, it was because of that holiday.
You hold a grudge, huh?
Talking about.
Memory like a steel trap.
Okay.
All right.
I make a motion. Wait. I move to grant. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted. I move that the board go into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056A to discuss personnel matters.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Do you have any good snacks?